The 1900 British general election was held between the 26th of September and the 24th of October 1900, following the dissolution of Parliament on the 25th. This election is also referred to as the Cocky election. This was the first of several elections to bear this sobriquet. This term just means an election that is heavily influenced by a war, and this war is the Second Boer War, which at this time had effectively, well, the people thought that it was won, though in fact it continued for another 2 years. After a landslide defeat in the 1895 election, the Earl of Rosebery retired as the leader of the Liberal Party in 1898, and in his place went Henry Campbell Bannerman, who seemed to be a more popular Liberal leader than the Earl of Rosebery. Since the last election, the Irish Nationalistic Party had fallen, and it had gone into the Irish Parliamentary Party, which at this point was led by John Redmond. The Irish Parliamentary Party was a nationalistic party, replacing the Rule League as the official parliamentary party for the Irish national members of Parliament, elected to the House of Commons at Westminster within the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland up until 1918. Its central objectives were legislative independence for Ireland and land reform. Its constitutional movement was instrumental in laying the groundwork for Irish self governance through the three Irish Home Rule Bills. And heading into this election, the Labour Representation Committee was formed. The committee was a pressure group founded in 1900 as an alliance of socialist organization and trade unions aimed at increasing representation for the Labour Party's interest in the Parliament. The Labour Party of today can trace its origins to the LRC's foundation. And for the past 14 years, the Tories had the support of the Liberal Unionists, which was a group of Liberal MPs who split off from the Liberal Party. And they actually remained together in this kind of like unionist stuff until 1912 when they agreed to become their own party, but this is 1900 we're talking about. There were 670 seats in the House of Commons, which means that 336 were needed for a majority, which is about the same amount of seats that us in Canada have, period. There was 75.1% turnout, which is 3.3% less than the last election. And with 402 seats, 1,637,000 votes, and 50.2% of the popular vote, Robert Gascoigne Cecil kept his seat as Prime Minister. Not so shockingly, the Irish Parliamentary Party won almost all the seats in Ireland.